So has EA fumbled the ball when it comes to Madden Ultimate Team 13? We're going to examine that and talk about it right here on this episode of Cena's Corner.
Cena's Corner.
Alright guys, what's happening? Welcome to Cena's Corner. We're going to talk again today a little bit more about Madden Ultimate Team. I know some of you or whoever's into it has already seen my Madden Ultimate Team walkthrough. So this is going to be a video basically about me telling you what I feel is broke. Probably some of the same things you guys do, and probably giving you my opinions on where MUT 13 is going this year. Before I begin, I want to say thank you all who have stuck around this long. I know my videos have not been as frequent as they were in the past. There's been a lot of different things going on with me over the past year. Some of you guys know I went and got my CDL, and then I went and drove truck for a little while, and then I've had some family members that's been sick, so I have teenage kids that's in sports, things of that nature, so it's been kind of crazy. But coming into 2013, we're going to try to get back on a regular schedule. We're going to talk a lot about some other games. We're going to talk some about the community. I'm going to come and finally tell you guys if I think the rhythm gaming community is dead. As you guys all know who's followed me before, I did concentrate on rhythm gaming. That's what got me started. But I also said I was going to branch out into other things in games, and that is what Cena's Corner is doing. So I just want to say thank you for all of you that is still around with me. And if anybody's just finding me now, welcome if you're new. And we're going to do a lot of talking about a lot of different things. Today just happens to be about Madden Ultimate Team, which is a feature in Madden 13. Now, Madden Ultimate Team has been around since 2010, so this is the second year of Madden Ultimate Team. And a lot of different things happened this year that was different. So I'm going to give you here over the next few minutes, hopefully it's not too long, some of my thoughts what's wrong, what I think you guys as some of the fans is doing that is wrong, especially with the way that you guys respond to EA on Twitter, and what I think the overall solution is going to end up being. Now, some of you may agree or disagree with me, and I'm cool with that. But as always, I always ask that if you are going to disagree or even agree, make sure you do it respectfully. There's no need to call anybody names or yell and scream and all that kind of stuff. I respond as much as I can to all of my comments. Anyone who's followed me for the past 5 years will tell you that. So, let's get started. Alright, Madden Ultimate Team this year did come out and give a bad taste to a lot of people's mouths that has played this game since its inception, or if you've only played it in the last year. I've played Madden Ultimate Team since 2010. I will admit that I played Madden Ultimate Team a whole lot more in 2011, but I have played the game since 2010. The one thing that I disliked when I first saw it immediately was that they took away the ability to purchase coins with MSP or Microsoft points. Now, a lot of you may be saying that's because I don't want to play the game. I think my track record in this game and how much I know about it and what I previously showed you on the walkthrough proves that I like to play this game. The thing about being able to jumpstart your coins, though, is that it doesn't make it as hard and monotonous to get coin. If you are new to the game and you just want to check it out and you got 1,600 Microsoft points, that may buy you, I don't know what, 50, 100,000 coins. If you don't know what you're doing or you're not that interested in it, it ain't going to matter anyway because your coins are going to go away. But in 2012, I still have about 2.8 million coins that sits over in Madden 12 right now that I can't use because we weren't able to bring them over. If I'm not mistaken, when 2011 did come out, we were allowed to bring a certain percentage of those coins with us, so we weren't starting out from scratch. This year, though, we started from scratch. Now, I have heard, because I do a panel, which we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. I do a panel. I've been asked to do a panel with a cool guy named CRBuke. He is really big into MUT. He works for Y'all Sports. He's on the EA bench. I mean, the whole nine. So I'll give you all the information below. But it happens every Monday. So through him, I've learned that the reason why they were not able to do coin purchase anymore with MSP was something that was illegal. I guess buying game stuff with real currency or things of that nature. Because whether you look at it or not, 1,600 Microsoft points is 20 bucks. You just don't see the 20 bucks when you give it to the cashier and you just see points. Okay? So, if it's a legal thing why they can't do it, I certainly understand that. But they made coins so hard this year. They came up with solo challenges, which I believe solo challenges are a brilliant idea. And as you heard in my walkthrough video, solo challenges is the main way that you're going to get coins this year unless you are rich and you have a ton of money to do nothing but sit around and draw a whole bunch of legendary cards, and hopefully you're able to sell those back. I'm not making fun of you if you're rich. I'm very happy for you. But there's a lot of us out here that play these games that is like myself, like CRBuke, and like many of you. We have wives, we have kids, we have bills, we have mortgages, we have other things that we have to pay. So we just can't sit around all the time and throw $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 at MUT just to get the coins. But if you are such a person and you are pulling legendary packs, you're going to find out that you're only going to be able to sell those back for a high coin amount for so long. I think I recently sold, I tried to sell a 96 Walter Payton, and I was only the highest bid at the time, or the highest value offer on the auction block was 4,500 coins. And now it might have only been for that day, but at that particular day it was 4,500 coins. That means if I ask somebody to give me what I think that Walter's worth was at least 10,000, I'm not going to see it because someone else has it for 4,500. So the solo challenge was an excellent idea. The only problem is there is not enough games. There is people that I know right now that are sitting around, they're having a fit because they can't play Madden Ultimate Team because they don't have any games. And then they go and do the thing that I kind of feel, in my opinion, that's just something you shouldn't do. But if you're trying to get coin, you do it. They start selling off their Ultimate Team. In my opinion, that strategy doesn't work because now if you put money into it, you're never going to get back what you put out. And if it does come to pass where they do open up more games, now instead of having your 97, 98 team, you're down to a 90, 92 team. And at some point, you may want that 97 team back. But there's some people that feels that because coins are so hard to come by, you don't have enough solo challenges, you're getting docked if you pay the computer at least by 200 to 280 coins each game, that they don't have a choice because they want coin so they could do what this game was built to do, which is play, which is collect cards and finish collections, which is where you get the biggest rewards for them if you play Madden Ultimate Team the following year. So then, as you guys may already know, over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, they came out with a brilliant idea called Draft Duels. Now, if you don't know what Draft Duels is, let me explain it to you real quick, because I believe that Draft Duels clears up a lot, at least a few of the issues that I see people complaining about on Twitter all the time. Let me give you a couple. I'm tired of people that go and pay for their teams and they think they can play and they can't play Madden. That's the biggest one. Well, or somebody says, I'm tired of somebody walking out here with a high-power team and they're good, so I get shredded. Okay, Draft Duels eliminates all that. What Draft Duels is exactly what it sounds. You draft and you duel. So what you do is you can go and buy a pack, a 1 or 3 pack as it was when it first came out. Now you get rewards for these cards that you get. So let's just go the simple route. You draw 1 pack. I think 1 pack has 9 cards. And then you are matched up with an opponent. Okay, so what you do is you go and you buy your little draft packs, and then you go to the mode and you select Draft Duels. Then it tells you it's going to put you into a live environment. The game automatically searches and then it connects you with an opponent. So it's just you and this other guy or girl that is playing. And then it starts a draft. So a draft, just like if you're drafting a team in Connected Careers or Fantasy Draft, it starts a draft and you have a timer and the whole 9 on the left-hand side. Now what you want to do between your 9 cards and the 9 cards that your opponent has is you want to draft the best team that you can. The catch is, one of the catches is that your first pick you draw from your own deck, the second pick you draw from your opponent's deck, and then it goes back and forth this way until all of your cards have been drafted. The cool thing about this is nobody can complain and say somebody's walking in this high-powered team and they can't even play the game. Because all of your cards are ranked in like 60s and 70s. I think when it was up before, I seen maybe a couple of 80s. But that's it. So you don't have any high-powered 90 cards that I've seen. You don't have any legends. It's just you and a base team. You may get a quarterback. You may not. You may have a wide receiver playing quarterback. You may have a wide receiver playing running back. You may have a strong safety playing linebacker. You never know what you end up with because it's based upon what's in your pack and the other person's pack and who drafts what first. Now, you get rewarded if you have the best overall draft team. So since we're dealing with the one pack, I'll give you the one pack reward. So if you have the best overall draft team, you get 1,000 coins. Okay, so there you go. This is one solution way of getting coins. You get 1,000 coins. Then you go onto the field. And if you go onto the field and you win that game, you get another pack. The name escapes right now, so forgive me. But you get this awesome pack that gives you some cards that all have boost on them. Okay. Now this pack can be 85 all the way up to 99s. But they all have boost on them that you can add to your ultimate team. And the cards that you just drafted onto your team, you get to keep those permanently. They show up in your reserves. So now EA has kind of answered three different problems. One, they're going to help you get coins because you're going to get 1,000 coins if you're able to come up with the best team. And two, if you're new to the game and you're playing Draft Duels, you have an easier way now to jumpstart your team. So you're not stuck with all those crummy 65 guys that you get when you first start a team. And three, you have the option of winning the game and getting some more cool cards that you won't have to go and pay for. What I'll probably end up doing when it comes back is I'll probably end up doing a video of Draft Duels. You guys can see how it works and play a game the whole nine. Now, my first game, I went out. And everybody thinks that nobody can play. I am not going to tell you that I'm the best MUT player in the world. There are some guys like Wiza and some other guys I can think of that would probably clean my clock. I'm not the best at positions. I'm not the best at calling this play right way and that play. But I can hold my own. And I went up against this guy who I guess just thought because even though I won the duel by 1 point, or won the overall best team by 1 point, I guess he figured that I was going to be a slouch. So by the time we got 2 quarters into the game, he was already up because somehow I made a mistake. He got a safety on me, so he was up 3-2 because of the fact that he ended up getting a 2-point safety on me, and then he had already kicked the field goal. So he's already up 3-2, something like that. Either way it goes, he was ahead of me. Well, when I started throwing the ball and my guys was catching it and I was able to run, he decided that he wanted to pause the game. If somebody pauses the game on you guys, don't leave. Just sit there. Because if you leave, that's what they're trying to make you do. Because if you leave, then it says that you quit and then they get the rewards. I just sat there. 2 minutes later, he comes back. And now instead of pausing the game, when I went to hike the ball, he didn't do anything. He just sit there. So his plays will automatically pick because he wasn't doing the clock would run out. And after about 2 or 3 times of that, EA service came up and said that my opponent had been kicked because he was just sitting there. Kudos to EA for that. So I won the duel and I got the cards and things of that nature. So that's just a little history on Draft Duels and how it worked. You're going in fresh every time. You're drafting a brand new team. Every time. You can't be complacent. It has nothing to do around if someone who wouldn't pay a lot of money and got 97, 99 teams. It's a fresh scrap. So it's going to be you and your Madden skills versus the other person and their Madden skills. And may the best person win. The problem is as soon as Draft Duels came out, Draft Duels was taken down. Because there was a significant amount of problems that was happening. The problems that was happening was, in my case, I was able to get through a game, but all the cards I was supposed to keep, I never got to keep. They weren't there. They just weren't there anymore. There's a lot of people that lost a whole lot of packs. They went in, they bought all these packs because the packs does cost money and coin. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But they went in, they bought all these packs, and the game was freezing, and then their packs disappeared. So after EA heard this for so long, they decided to remove Draft Duels, and I think now we're about almost 2 weeks in, and the Draft Duels is slowly coming back. The one thing I disagree with Draft Duels is I think it's too expensive. You may agree or disagree, but I think it's too expensive. If you want to go buy a legendary pack from the store, it costs you 35,000 coins, or don't quote me on this, about 427, something like that, Microsoft points. If you want to go buy a 3-pack of Draft Duel cards, it costs you 35,000 coins or 427 Microsoft points. So 3 packs is just as much as the same cost as a 1 legend pack. they did come out and say a single pack will cost you about $12,500. In my opinion, that's too expensive because you want people to play the game, and I think more people for a while will decide to play Draft Duels more than they will play or go buy Legend packs. But I still think the price on the Draft Duels pack should be lowered. The other problem with the feature is if me and you are homies and we want to play together, I just can't go in and there's nothing that says I can play with my friends. It's all random. I think that needs to be fixed. I think we need to have the option to be able to play with our friends with no penalty. What I mean by that is if you play with your friends right now on a head-to-head, you get penalized some serious coin because you're playing with your friend. Okay, I think they should have friend mode. And if they want to cap it, fine. Maybe they say you can't play more than 5 games a day with your friends so that you're not getting stagnant on that and earning all these coins because, you know, your friends really no good and you can beat them all the time or whatever. I agree with that. But we should have an option to play with friends. All right. So that's a little bit on Draft Duels. Now, I think that is the best mode that MUT has been, that they brought to MUT. It's new. It's refreshing. And when they bring it back, hopefully this week or somewhere like that, they're testing it right now. They're doing the one thing they should have did from the beginning, and they're allowing the community to test out Draft Duels right now to make sure everything works before it comes back. Now, let's talk about, I probably should call this Draft Duels because that's what mainly this is going to be about. It's Madden Ultimate Team, but I'm talking a lot about Draft Duels because that's what's broke right now. And that's what I think most of the community is upset about. But before I go continue that, Madden Ultimate Team overall, they have done their best to comply with what we've said. Get it, guys. They listen to 5 of us who they consider to be game reviewers and critics tell them what's wrong every Monday on a live stream where some EA people do come live on certain Mondays, but if they're not there on live, they do get the replay from when CRBuke uploads it to his channel. They're listening to what we say. The biggest mistake I think that you guys as consumers are making is you're not going at it professionally and nicely. Don't get me wrong. Me and the other guys that's on this panel, we don't cut EA any short, any slacks. If you listen, if you go to CRBuke's channel, which I put his channel in this on the information to this video, and listen to the last couple of weeks that we did already, you will see that we didn't cut him any slack. We told him what we thought was wrong. We told him that we thought there was too many duplicates. We told him that we thought it was too hard to get coins. Trust me, everything we've said, that you guys said, we've said. The difference is we came off and we said it professionally, sternly, but professionally where they will listen to us. I read Madden Ultimate Team's Twitter every single day. And I cannot tell you how many times I've read 4-letter words back to back to back to back. F this, F you guys, you suck, do this, screw it, blah, 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 blah. I won't listen to that crap either. Okay, I'm just telling you the truth. I understand there's only one guy that runs Twitter. Kudos to him because I would not have the patience to read some of the stuff that's there, even when they're giving you answers to your questions, but you just don't want to hear it. Like for instance, the #1 question that has been happening for 2 weeks has been, when is Draft Duels coming back? And they've had the same answer for 2 weeks. We have no time limit, soon. So pretty soon, after every day goes by and the same question comes up, the person behind the Twitter account just started saying the word soon. And so finally somebody said, all you guys ever say is soon. When are you going to ever give us an answer? It's easy to give us a day instead of the word soon. And then finally the guy comes back and he says, well, I could use the word shortly. But that doesn't do anything either. The problem is, the reason he's saying that is because he's answered the same question over and over again. There's no time frame. But then if EA just came out and said, because you guys want this so bad, we're just going to throw it back in there, and it don't work, then they get crucified again. I think if the MUT community was a little bit nicer and a little bit more supportive when these things broke, I'm not saying don't be mad. I'm just saying be mad and professional at the same time, then maybe they would feel comfortable with the community to say, okay, look, I think we're about 98% there, but we want to toss this out to the community. If you guys see anything that's broke, let us know so we can fix it. But in the current community, you know and I know that ain't going to happen. It's going to come out, it's going to break, and then there's going to be a lot of cursing and throwing the balls and to skip this, and I'm trading my Madden in and blah, 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 blah. So that's why they don't. So that's why they make sure everything works before they hand it back to us, and frankly, I can't blame it. So, from my standpoint, and believe me, I've been frustrated too, but if you want some advice with that, I think what you should do is go professionally. Drop the 4-letter words if you're using them. Talk to them like human beings. Understand that there ain't been no games that I played in the past 4 years that ain't never been broke. Give you an example. Everybody yells and screams at EA Sports when it comes to Madden. And Madden sucks now because it's broke. Well, why isn't anybody yelling and screaming like that at Activision? And I've said on Activision's Twitter too, and I have seen nothing like I've seen when it comes to EA Sports. My Black Ops I bought, I still can't get past after I kill the hind and I get into the woods after we're looking and we see the whatever they are, Cubans or whatever. I can't get past that because my game freezes. Activision has done everything that they can to put the blame on my system, on the game, but none of my other games freeze, and I've taken the disc back 3 times. But ain't nobody yelling and screaming about that. Just saying. So, to close this up, back to the Draft Duels thing. When the mode comes back, it's going to be the best mode that there's going to be. But I think that EA may have stabbed themselves in the foot a little bit, and this is why I think that the price of the packs needs to be lowered. Because now you're going to make a decision between Draft Duels and playing that or buying packs. You can't complete collections if you don't buy packs. You can't get special limited edition cards if you don't buy packs. So I think it's going to be a toss-up. So in my professional opinion, I think EA needs to do something to lessen that. I don't know, drop the packs of the Draft Duels by 10,000 coins. Or drop packs, the legendary pack at least, by 10,000 coins. Somewhere there's got to be a gimme. Because I've talked to a couple of my friends already, and they've already said every coin I have when Draft Duels come back is going to Draft Duels. I'm only going to pull packs if I necessarily have to, which is if I really want to finish a collection. If I don't, forget it. I'm going to throw all my coins in the Draft Duels. So, EA, I think you guys need to think about that. Also need to think about adding more solo challenges. Because I have a friend as well, Pat Coot. If you watch my video, his name is there. He's played over 1,000 games. He wiped out all of his solo challenges. I'm talking regular, rookie, legendary. All of them was gone within a 2.5 week period. Understand, my friend Pat Coot, he's disabled. He sits in a wheelchair all day. He can't get around, but he's disabled. So all he does all day is he throws himself into his games. And no, I don't think EA is considering people that either are disabled and this is their livelihood because they're taken care of already, or unemployed people, or stay-at-home moms and dads, or whatever, not thinking that they might love this game so much that basically you're going to run through every game. So I think we need to think about more solo challenges. But now that I've spent a lot of time tearing this down, so if you guys agree or disagree, let me know down here at the bottom. If anything I forgot to say that you wanted me to say, put your ideas down here because we take these to EA. I'll talk about them. If you put the ideas in this video, I'll bring them up for you. If you can't do that, when we have our roundtables, which takes place usually on Monday, all the information, if you guys want to come, will be in this video so you guys can come. That's the last point I wanted to make when it comes to MUT, which is this. I get told all the time, all the complaints everybody has, and this don't work and that don't work. This is the reason why CRBuke started this round table. For you guys to come out and ask us questions so that, or right there on live on the air, so EA can hear them and we can answer them to you from the best of our knowledge, or we'll flat out just throw it to EA and say, that's an EA thing. I know they're listening to EA. What you guys got to say about that? Why don't you give us somebody an answer? But all of us on that panel is knowledgeable about this game. And I know there's more than Madden 13 besides MUT, but MUT is the #1 feature that most people buy Madden for. Me, myself, I've only played Connected Careers, and that's basically because I have friends I'm in leagues with. I haven't played franchise mode, I haven't played regular season mode, I haven't played daily challenge mode, I haven't played any other mode except for MUT other than that. Okay, so that's why everybody's harboring so much on MUT. So, if you guys got something to say, let us know. Show up at the live stream when we're doing it over at CRBuke Twitch. When we open it up for Twitter questions and for questions that's live in the stream, Voice your opinion. I've been there at least 2 weeks. The third week I didn't get to go. Wife's at the hospital. But I've got questions like, when we gonna get more 99 players? That ain't what that ain't what we there for. We're there to try to address your questions and your concerns. Now that I've spent most of the time tearing down EA, let me tell you something that they did that was good, in my opinion. And they still got crucified for this because it wasn't Draft Duels. But I think it was really cool, and it made my respect points for EA go through the roof when this happened. If you guys are avid MUT fans or players, you already know that a couple of days ago, they released one of the most legendary players, as far as I'm concerned, ever to walk on a gridiron into MUT. His name is Pat Tillman. If you guys don't know anything about Pat Tillman, which I don't know anyone who doesn't watch football who doesn't, Pat Tillman was a strong safety. He was a very awesome strong safety. When he hit you, you knew you was hit. He, I think, went to Arizona State, and then he was drafted by the Cardinals, which is the only team he ever played for. In 2011 or 2001, after the whole horrible thing happened with us here on 9/11, Pat decided that he wanted to leave his professional career and he wanted to take up arms and defend his country. Okay, in 2004, Pat Tillman was killed in Afghanistan. And there was a long mystery around his death because nobody could tell his mom or his dad or anybody else if he was killed, who he was killed by. There was speculation that he was shot by some people, speculation that there was, explosion device, but it came down later on that unfortunately Pat Tillman was killed by friendly fire. Pat Tillman deserves to be in the game, if for no other reason than what he did for this country. He left his football career that was paying him, I'm sure, millions to go and take up arms and defend our country, defend us. So we've been wanting Pat Tillman in the game for a long period of time. But of course, since he's passed on, it's up to his estate, whoever runs that, his wife or his mom or whoever is behind his estate, to say, okay, look, we're going to allow Pat to be in the game. And they could never get that right to have him in the game until a couple of days ago. They went out and they gave a huge donation. They have not said how much, but they said it was significant, to the Pat Tillman Foundation. You will find a link for that in this video as well if you want to give to the Pat Tillman Foundation. They got crucified for that because people started saying, oh, they're continuing the greediness. They're just doing this so they can get money. How can you put a legendary player that gave his life like Pat Tillman and sell him? Well, here's what I say. Yes, I've said that EA is money hungry too when it came to MUT this year, and I still stand by that. But in this situation, I don't think they were. They already gave Pat Tillman's Foundation a ton of money to have the right to have him in. So I felt very comfortable going ahead and purchasing packs to get Pat Tillman. They've already paid Pat Tillman Foundation. Pat Tillman Foundation is happy, and Pat Tillman Foundation said, here you go. Plus, if they're so money hungry, why would they make sure that everybody could have a Pat Tillman for 40 coins? Not Microsoft points, 40 coins, the coins you earn in the game. They made his 85 card available, I think for the rest of that day in card deals. 40 coins, one Pat Tillman each, so that you can have them on your team. And then they released 4 other Pat Tillman cards. They released a red, a white, and a blue, just like they did with Walter Payton. And then they released a 1-star Pat Tillman card that I think remains in packs forever, pretty much. Okay, so the red, the white, and the blue are 2 stars. They were all numbered. I think the red was like 250, and I think the blue had like 100 or something like that. But they were all numbered like 180. The blue had the least. And I decided to go pull packs for him. I went and bought his 85 card because I wanted him on my team. And I decided to pull 3 legendary packs. Guys, I tell you this, I have never pulled an elite card at all, period. Any limited edition card that's ever come out, David don't get one. Because I don't know. My friends get them and they say, hey, we make a trade. I never get one. I pull 3 packs. And in 2 to 3 packs, I pull 2 red limited edition Pat Tillman cards. So I want to say big props up to EA for doing that. Those who are Pat Tillman fans or those who are not but just respect what he did, it would be an honor like it is for me game or not, to have him sit on my squad. All right, guys, so that's all for me. If you guys agree or disagree, please leave some comments down below. If you have any questions for EA Sports at all, or any gripes, complaints, moans, whatever, leave them on this video. I'll take them to the panel where they can hear it. Or or better yet, you yourself, you can show up at the round table that usually take place at Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, Pacific Time down here. That's the best way I can tell you to get your stuff out, okay? So again, guys, that's it for me. You know how to reach me. Cena at cenascorner.com is my email address. You can reach me on Twitter at Cena5401. I hope this video, although long, has been very helpful to you guys. And I will be seeing you guys, I promise, real soon. I still got some other stuff I want to talk to you guys about. I know it's been out for a while, but we still got some Rock Band stuff to take care of and some other stuff. So until then, guys, I thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you for listening. And until next time, I say peace, love, keep rocking out, and I'm going to catch you guys the next time.